Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. I am here today to give you guys a double review, a 2-in-1 on two different scents that are very coffee prominent. That is the note that supersedes everything else. So it's very important that I talk about both of these in the same video because they are a little bit redundant to have both in a collection. They're right here. One is by Akro and this one is by Kerosene. And I purchased the Kerosene one. This one was a gift. Yes, you guys, I'm gonna give you the rundown and I'm gonna start with Follow by Kerosene because it's the one I had in my collection first. I've spent more time with it than Wake by Akro. Now, Follow starts with the accords coffee, vanilla, warm, spicy, sweet, amber, and powdery. Then the notes in Follow are roasted coffee beans, vanilla, maple sap, tonka bean, amber, and benzoin. Now I really detect the roasted coffee bean the entirety of the wear of the perfume. The longevity for me when it comes to Follow is 8 hours to 12, and on clothes it can stay longer than 12 hours. After you hit about like the 10-hour mark and you're wearing Follow, it can get very soft, very delicate. It does turn a little bit more creamy, more gourmand, because at first I think it is a gourmand, but it is a very spicy, very bitter smell, and it can be very overpowering. It's a very beast mode fragrance. So if you want a beast mode fragrance, look into Follow by Kerosene. So it does last a really long time. It projects amazing. I would say the projection on this one out of 5, it's gonna be a 4, because it doesn't disappoint. Somebody could walk in a room, leave the room, and the whole room will still smell like them even if that person has left. So I think that's great. Thank you. Where's your book? Where's your book? Go get your book. You want a paper?
The pigeon?
Here. There you go, here. So can you write over here? Right here? Right there. I'm not gonna get into the differences just yet, but hear me out, because the differences between these two perfumes are pretty visible, even though they both smell extremely coffee based. They are prominent coffee scents that do not disappoint, but they are slightly different, and this is why. So Follow is gonna open with this very intense, bitter, instant coffee scent. And it's almost masculine leaning at first because it's so powerful. It's a punch that hits you of bitter black coffee, grounds, and not even brewed yet. And it reminds me of Mirror and Tonka. When I first smelled it, it reminded me of Mirror and Tonka by Jo Malone. It has a similar kind of DNA undertone to it, but Mirror and Tonka doesn't have that coffee note, whereas Follow by Kerosene does. Mirror and Tonka goes in a more lavender, aromatic direction, whereas this Follow turns more gourmand, a little bit lactonic, but not really. The lactonic quality will come out after like 7 hours of wearing it. Personally, for me, the coffee note in Follow, like I've stated, it remains so strong throughout the entirety of the wear. The scent to me smells like a spilled coffee. Like if you are going to work, you bring your coffee in the car, you have to hit a fast stop because the car in front of you does something and the coffee goes everywhere. It spills. Your car is smelling like wet coffee soaking up everywhere. It's overpowering, it's overbearing, it's all over the place. That's the type of coffee that I get from Follow. And then I do believe that after about 2 or 3 hours, Follow can turn slightly chocolatey just because of the maple sap, maybe the benzoin. With the coffee bean, it creates chocolate elements in there, which is not listed, but chocolate lovers, you can detect something in there after a few hours that is gonna draw your attention even more to it. Okay, the sillage, you are gonna leave a trail with this one because if the projection is so strong at a 4 out of 5, then it's definitely gonna leave a trail. Sillage is 5 out of 5 for me. I've been told that I smell like a candle when I wear this perfume. So if you want to walk around smelling like a thick, syrupy, black, bitter instant coffee candle, then go for Follow. I also feel that it's worth the money. If you are looking for a perfume that is a beast mode fragrance, that's going to be worth the cost. You're looking for a beast mode fragrance that's going to be worth the cost, especially if it's over $100, then maybe you should go with Follow. But let's get into Akro's Awake now. This is exciting for me because this perfume, I feel, is the more refined version of Follow. But Akro Awake is just more refined. I feel it's a little bit more wearable. Akro's Awake is going to be your more refined version of Follow. And I'm going to start talking about this one over here now. The accords in Awake are warm spicy, followed by coffee, then aromatic, and lastly we have citrus. The notes are coffee, cardamom, Italian lemon, and Italian vetiver. The longevity on Akro's Awake is similar to Follow's longevity. They are pretty similar in that aspect. The only thing is that Akro's Awake becomes creamier a lot faster than Follow will. Also, like I said, it's more refined. It feels like the higher end version. Hey, baby, please, 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 no. I'd rather you touch my rock. In this one too. Yeah, I'd rather you play with my rocks. Okay. More refined, less in your face. If there was a higher quality version of Follow, it would be Awake. Also, not even a higher quality. I would say if Akro Awake had an intense version, Follow would be the type of scent that Akro would create as an intense version. One is way more intense and this one is a lot creamier, a lot more, a lot less spilled coffee vibes. So the projection is way less on Akro's Awake. It's gonna be out of 5, I'm gonna give it a 2. Are you excited playing with my rocks? Okay. So let's get into it now. Akro Awake is gonna open with a contained, non-repulsive, bright morning coffee scent. I don't get anything citrusy or lemon about it, even though it has that Italian lemon in the notes and citrus in the accord. I don't get that. It's very authentic, very traditional, very much your average morning brewing coffee scent that is gonna linger out of the kitchen and everybody in the house can smell those delicious coffee aromas. That's the type of scent that I get out of Awake. Whereas with Follow, it's like a very spilled, black, instant coffee type of thing that I wouldn't say it's an offensive smell. I would just think that it's not as mass appealing as Awake is. Follow is a little bit more for your really, really strong black coffee lover. Whereas Akro's Awake is going to be your more mass appealing version of Follow. I got some chocolatey qualities about Akro's Awake also. Kind of like the hard part of the Butterfinger. I can kind of smell that and pick up on that. Like I said, it's a little more creamy, a little bit more milky. Akro Awake is smoother than Follow. Follow is way more in your face, very dominating, very much like I'm here to let everybody know that I'm here. Like I would say Follow is a daring coffee scent. I feel that Awake by Akro is a more balanced version of Follow. But if you want your money's worth, maybe spend it on Follow so that you can have that beast mode coffee scent. I do feel that both Awake and Follow are very spicy perfumes. And I smell a little bit of pepper in it, but it has no pepper. I get a little bit of pepper from both. They don't have pepper listed, but I think the coffee note is so strong, so prominent that it leads into that spicy. It leads into that spicy category. Pretty much the same, but one is a more intense version. They have, I think, slightly different price point. I hope that helped you guys determine which of these two would be best for you. And if you like this type of content and you want to watch more fragrance related videos, consider subscribing for more. And I will catch you all next time.